Okay, now you have to pause this screen. Make it not minimize, but make it smaller. The center square in the top right. Then go to your thing at the top. Here, let me do it. So I'm gonna get. You click on analytics down here. You go back to OBS, open this, and you have to reset this. And then up here, this is what we should be on with these two screens. So now we're gonna let people have a chance to get in, which they've heard that whole conversation. But thank you for joining. As you can tell, I am passing the buck a little bit.
Good morning. If it's up, then it's up, then it's up, then it's stuck.
Yeah, sure.
If it's up, then
Morning,
it's up.
Dragon. Morning, Hulus. We're doing a short show today, just until 11, so we'll probably talk a little more than normal, but we're not going to be able to do tarot. We are heading to the shooting range here in a little bit.
Whoop, whoop, pew, pew.
I might have to turn the fan off, I guess. Which we shouldn't need now. Yeah, and, you know, I'm excited about that, that Dragon, because I'm flying to Wisconsin tomorrow, supposedly.
Wisteria, Wisconsin, actually. Oh, a blizzard.
I'm flying into Chicago, and then I have to drive to Milwaukee for the week. So I'm just hoping it's clear enough, and then my flights don't get canceled.
Wisconsin.
Yeah. I hate being stuck in the airport for an entire day.
Wisconsin.
There's no cancellations yet. When I looked at the weather, it didn't look like it was supposed to be incredibly bad as far as the amount of time. Yeah, that's what I heard too. So I think I'll be okay for the most part. It's just, of course, everything else gets canceled. So,
Isn't supposed to be as bad. Southern.
yeah, I think it was 3. They said 3 to 8 inches and was in Milwaukee, and then Chicago was like 1 to 5, something like that. So, you know, I don't think I'm happy leaving 80 degrees, but it is what it is.
But you get to come back. That's the good news.
Yeah, as long as I don't get canceled. My employee who's been there for 6 weeks has had every single return flight canceled every day, every time Friday.
God, that much snow, that gave me so much anxiety. I couldn't take it.
We had 33 inches in Northern Virginia.
I did not like it.
I do.
I'd rather go through a hurricane.
No, not in a million years. 36 inches of snow did not rip our house apart, the roof off, cause 160,000 in damages, flood people's houses, just demolish things. It didn't do any of that thing. Didn't make the pool cage fall in, didn't take our tree.
No. But it's cold.
And it warms up afterwards.
I don't like the cold. Fresh
Yeah.
food.
Yup, that is too much snow. Oh, you don't want Hajari? Okay.
Oh, I didn't know you had something. You
I
should tell me.
literally said this is one of the only Kapals that I like. I'm going to break a few up for you.
Do it.
Do it
Please.
your fucking self.
Thank you. Please do it.
No.
It's running out.
Okay, not my problem.
Why would you not be kind and put that on there?
Because you don't listen to me.
Is it ready?
What does
What's
it
this
need to
called?
be ready?
What's this called? I love Kapal.
Don't ask dumb questions that you already know the answer to because I already said it twice.
Well, I didn't hear you.
Yes, you did.
I really didn't.
You just called it what it was.
I mean, but not in live moments. In reality, I didn't hear when you said it. I had to recall it.
I'm so glad the camera's not on right
So
now.
I would appreciate when I ask for something to be repeated. That
And
you would
stop hitting the
consider
table
doing
hard
it.
because the dogs think you're knocking on the door.
Oh, that smells really good. Oh, I like that. That's like a
Yeah.
sweeter Kapal.
We're about to have a magical mishap.
That's
Lay
like a
off the
sweet
table.
Kapal. That's nice.
Yes, that is true. It has taken many trees. That is true. We didn't get, well, obviously down here we're not getting it, but when I was in Virginia or when I was up in DC, we had like a 3-inch ice storm where everything had 3 inches of ice on. We lost a lot of trees with that, but
oh god, I couldn't do that, Hootless. My granddad was like that. He was based out of New York and lived in Texas. I couldn't do that kind of thing either.
Nope. Not
It'd be
for
fun
me.
to be a pilot, I think, but not to have that kind of.
I don't think I'd
commitment.
have fun being a pilot. I'd be so anxious all the time. You know what we still haven't done? We haven't written our updated corners.
Maybe Friday night when we're having our craft and spiritual night, we could do that, or throughout the week.
Yeah.
I find things come to me when I put it out there. We don't purposely try to do it, and like I'll be driving to work and ideas come to me. Have you ever had that?
Yes. Why are you licking the floor? Because it tastes good. No.
Oh, I cannot.
What is she chewing on? Is that a...
Come here. Ken. I bet she's chewing on a cushion.
Oh my god, these dogs, let me tell you.
So cute.
Yeah.
My name
That is really cool,
Miranda.
though. That's a good reason. It sucks to be away that much. Trust me, I know. I do it for my dogs to have the good life. But I miss out on a lot of the good things, which sucks. Like next week, all week in Milwaukee. And I've been out the last 3 weeks. All over the place. We've been in Houston. We've been in Pennsylvania last month. But anyway, enough about that. What the Bubbers, yes. What books are we doing? What are we talking about? Are we doing our normal?
Turn on the camera and I'll show you.
How about that? Smell it.
Hold on.
Nope, too late.
You always do it when it's not the right time. Oh, that smells good though. Smells really good.
Yes, I'll be there the whole week this time because that building. I'm there for a what we call an intensive, meaning that there is a huge failure in this community. So I'll be there for a while.
Ooh, put some more on. Put some more on.
No.
Oh shit! It dropped.
I don't want to overdo it with the dogs.
Okay.
No wonder everything's always so messy. Jesus.
Hello.
Hi.
I got my face on.
About that magical mishap we were just talking about.
All right, so we want to talk about our books.
I don't know why you didn't put it on.
Really? This is a overused term, gaslighter.
Yes, because that's not what that means.
Meanie.
I am so...
You're just a big
so
meanie.
irritated at people who overuse the term gaslighting.
Denier.
Just because somebody does something you don't like or is even mean, it's not gaslighting.
You're just a big meanie.
And I will tell you, it does very much appear that I gaslight you all the time. But what's really cool about it is yesterday on video, you saw it, that it wasn't gaslighting. You're like, wait, I don't remember saying that. Oh, look, it's on the video. Huh, maybe he's not gaslighting. Maybe I really did.
But you capitalize on it.
Hell yeah, I do.
Take advantage.
Worth it.
Can they see this? Oh, we want to show our books.
Okay, you have a mouse. I bought you a very expensive mouse just so you could do it. What are you going to do?
I don't know.
Narcissist, yes. I think a lot of us have some egocentric qualities at times.
Is this one?
But-
Tarot. It's the tarot
But
one.
narcissist is a very specific thing.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay, then we're
very
gonna
much so.
stream it.
I would have recommended. We're gonna hold on one second, guys. We're gonna go back to Circle Cast because Rook's not paying attention.
Oh, I did it though.
No. What you're gonna do is you're gonna go to the Tarot Cast to see what it shows you here before we transition and show that it's not set up. Then
Oh, it's a
you're going to.
keyboard. Oh, yeah.
Then you're going to take the camera and position it properly where you want it. Which you can also just do it like that if you wanted to. Whatever the mood is, but you get it ready first. And then you transition.
All right. So, do you want to go first, or would you like me to go
Yes.
first?
Sociopath. That's another huge one. Absolutely.
Oh, that's a good
sociopath.
one.
These are all so overused because When you meet somebody that's a true narcissist, what's been very interesting is a lot of narcissists that are real narcissists, they know and they will tell you, I am a diagnosed narcissist.
And it's a real diagnosis. I didn't know that.
It's a DSM-5 diagnosis. Sociopath, I don't think sociopath is a diagnosis, but it is a descriptive term, and there are things that fit in diagnoses that are sociopathic. But yes, fascism, communism, all those things, nobody really knows what that means. It's so frustrating. But gaslighting is a big one. You're gaslighting me, and people use that to say you're lying to me to my face. You're just making stuff up. What gaslighting actually is, we're going to take this moment to learn together. Asshat is one of my favorites. Cunty McWaffles is one of my favorites. Remember who I used to call Cunty McWaffles? The administrator?
Uh-huh.
Because she looked like a waffle face. She's a bitch. Ooh, I almost said her name. Ooh, bad memory. Gaslighting is very specific, right? Gaslighting is basically a manipulative thing that a lot of abusers use where they know they didn't do or say something, but then they make you feel like you're going crazy because they said it. Like, no, you actually did say this to me, and it's really false. That's why I say I do it to you a lot. It's not gaslighting, because we actually have video to show it.
There's really a true one in my family.
Yes, that is true.
Yeah. I use cunt way more than I probably should.
But yeah.
But it's a beautiful word.
Yeah, but see, cunt, it's exactly what it means. Right? You're a cunt.
You are a cunt, and there's no other word.
But cunt waffle is just one of my, that's what I meant to say. It was cunt waffle. That's one of my favorites. I like nerd, dork. I like a lot of the old 80s and 90s ones that are really fun. But yeah. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Show your books.
All right, so one book that you'll be seeing videos that we are doing is the Kybalion. It's been a long time since we've shown it, but the three initiatives.
Kybalion?
The Kybalion, by the three initiatives, Hermetic philosophy. We're breaking it down in sections for videos. And it is kind of written in language that's doesn't flow very easy, so I have to get him to translate it. And plus, I'm like, who thought of this stuff? But it is interesting when you get the breakdown of it.
Yes, and what was very interesting, for those of you that kind of came in last night on Apocrypha, we had a real impromptu guest that none of us even knew until that night, which was pretty cool. And he talked about it and mentioned the Hermetic philosophies a little bit, which, if any of you know me, and I talk about this a lot, I use the Hermetic philosophy to kind of guide how I understand the universe, and it's applicable in so many different ways. There are 7 really cool principles that you can learn. They're easy to understand if you think through them, and we are doing a video series on this. We've just done the 1st, 2nd, and 4th. Somehow we skipped the 3rd, so we've got the videos ready. We're kind of getting them all together, and we're going to put that video series out very soon, hopefully for you guys. But I'm walking through it again with Rook. I've had this is one of my favorite ones. And it's very, very helpful on how you kind of manage and direct yourself. So, the 7, I mean, I don't know if they're the same as the 7 planets, because that's maybe out of my wheelhouse. But the 7 principles are really, really, in my opinion, obviously it's my opinion, they're very, very helpful to just kind of how you can look at the world in a way that can, I don't know, give you some just understanding, I guess. I don't know what the right word I'm really looking for is. But I did do a post in our Discord about it. The 7 are, it's an old Egyptian, pre-Egyptian, very old process that was brought by Hermes Trismegistus. And the 7 principles are mentalism, so like the universe is all and it is thought created. Correspondence, which is as above, so below. That's where that came from. Kind of think emerald tablets there. Vibration, everything has a vibration. Polarity, everything has its opposite. And those things are the same in nature but differing in degree. Rhythm, which is the principle of everything has a flow in and a flow out, an ebb and a flow. If you don't see it or feel like there is no flow in it, then that means you're too close to it and you have to back out. Even the forest flows and ebbs and breathes in rhythm. Every cause has an effect, and every effect is caused by something. even if that cause was 8 million years ago and you can't see it again. And then gender, which is less about male and female and more about the masculine and feminine principles of energy, not to be confused with masculine and feminine actions and gender ideology. It's very different. So those are the 7 principles. I love Hermetics. It's amazing. It's really, really the bottom thing that I have learned to use to apply. And Hermetics for me, I'm saying I first read it maybe 10 years ago, and then I brought it back about 5 years ago, and then I've really been focused on it since then, and now I'm good to, we're bringing it back out. It is one of my favorite things. It's easy to understand, and it can apply to anything. And if you learn, because a lot of this is about alchemy and transmutation, hate and love are the same in nature but differing in degree. So if you hate somebody over here and you love somebody on this same polarity, those are the same emotion, same feeling, and same energy. The degree is different in them. And by understanding that, you can then transmute hate to love instantly. And that is how, you know, some of the teachings go for how to transmute and change your behavior and how you look. Hey, Unexplained, welcome in. The starting Be Hootless, this is the one I recommend to start with. It's why we got it for Rook. I have like 4 copies of it all over the house with notes all in them because it's got a really good instruction set. Like it doesn't just, it gives you the principle, but then it really tells you what it means and it helps you think through it in the process. This is a really good one. So yeah, very helpful. And before we go on to the next book, because Rook and I are both reading it, I want to, and it's very inexpensive on Amazon, by the way. I agree. I have a hard time with gendered things because, and I'm getting better, and this book helped, because it explains what's different, or it explains gender in Hermetics so clearly, and it's easy to see why it's not the same as deciding something is masculine or feminine. Because it really looks at the creation energy and just, you know, there was, as we know in human biology, there is creator energy and there is creation energy. Something sparks the creation and something bears the creation. And that's kind of how the energies work in masculine and feminine. I wish they would change the words because I think they're just, words are so much associated with gender as far as what we think of gender. What Hermetics says about gender is not somebody who's masc or femme. And I know you know that. I'm just pointing that out for everybody.
Dom, sub.
But, well, those would be polarities, not gender. Yeah. And that is a good distinction. That's a really good example because if you think of dom and sub, people attribute domination to masculine and submissive to feminine. That is not accurate in masculine and feminine at all in Hermetics. That is accurate to polarity. Somebody who's completely submissive, their opposing force is dominant. You can transmute those instantly by understanding they're the same in nature, but differing in the degree of that nature. I get really excited about this topic. And it really goes into that in so much detail. And it's really more yin-yang. And I think you'll find it very interesting, Dragon, because I have had my own very deep-seated problems with feminine energy because of being gay. I was really anti-feminine anything 20 years ago, and I just hated anything about myself that was feminine because it was internalized homophobia, all that shit. And the Hermetic principles is what really got me to understand, like, wait a minute, this is very different. I like this whole process that is that explains it differently. And polarity is a different thing than gender, but I agree, they make a lot more sense together. But this book and really talking to people about gender and polarity and all that from the principles really made me a lot more comfortable about what they're talking about with gender. And when I talk to people about Hermetics and I say gender, I usually don't really focus on the masculine and feminine stuff because people go straight to, you know, gender ideology. And ideology also has a negative connotation for it. I'm not saying it negatively, but I know it does. But the gender is a human construct, I guess I should say, as a social construct. But it really is helpful with that. And it's yeah, I had really, really a hard time for the feminine because I didn't want anything about me to be gay, and anything that was gay was feminine. And again, very different in the book. Gender is not effeminate and masculine actions. It is creator energy and receiving energy, but it doesn't speak in them as one is better or bigger, better, softer. Those are not the way that it talks about. So it's very nice. You'll enjoy that.
It's hard for me. Ooh, I want to know. Find out what the raid and Petwo is.
If you ever want to talk about that specific thing, Dragon, we'd be interested in doing a discussion about that. I'm very interested in cult behavior and things like that too. We haven't got into that on the show, but that might be another one we do.
Thank you, Unexplained. Oh, Rada. Okay, thank you for explaining that. Rada is cool, and
Petwo
is hot tempered. I've never heard of that. So,
I want to go back up before we move on to you when you said you thought the 7 moral virtues unexplained. I want to look into that more. I'm familiar with it, but that's an interesting way. And I've heard of Rada and Petwo before, but I don't remember where. Was it one of the I Ching books, or was it one of the books from India that we got? Interesting story before we go on. When Rook and I met, I was not spiritual at all. I had kind of cycled out of everything. And when we were in Northern Virginia, we just randomly went into a store and ended up buying a whole bunch of Indian things from India and a book on Indian culture and stuff. And that's what kind of got us back into the cycle. Remember that?
And one of my therapists
in Northern Virginia
went to India. She's from there and brought me back a little statue of Ganesha, which is weird because I've been noticing and then having dreams about elephants. I didn't know what it was, and then she brought
Ganesha.
me that. She connected me to Sir Ganesha. That's just still one of my favorite. I've got to do more work with him.
I'm back with Dionysus, if you guys haven't noticed.
I really want to go to an Indian temple. They have one in Fort Myers. Danielle and I looked it up. Danielle Salerno. Oh, I didn't say name.
Probably not, but it's in good context.
We were going to go.
I like her.
I would love to go to that temple.
Okay, yeah, I know 0 from Voodoo, but it reminds me of there are 2 principles, and I think it's similar in name, and that might be where I'm getting it from. To look in that book. So that is Copal with jasmine oil.
That is nice.
Softens it up a little. All right.
I'd like to make more incense this week. We made incense. We are post videos.
Kabbalion, really cool. Very good. It's easy to read. It's a fast read, but it took me like a year to get through it the first time because I stopped on every section and tried to really understand it and look up videos and things.
And we're both reading this, The Flowering Wand. And, I'm in chapter 5. I need to pick it up. I've kind of set it down for about a week or so, but it is really good. It kind of connects everything to the masculine aspect, which is good for me. And it talks about things you wouldn't even suspect. Like I learned how mushrooms,
fungal,
how they spread, like in rain and in wind and clouds with millions of spores. And I mean, it's just a really good book. So I'm going to pick that back up. That is by Sophie Strand, The Flowering Wand. And we're going to make a flowering one called the Thyrsus. And the flowering wand or the Thyrsus is whose? Dionysus?
Yes.
One.
I'm very excited about what I've got ready for my wand. I'm doing 2. I'm doing a large one, like a floor stick, and I'm doing a hand stick. It's actually right there. And we're going to use twine to make bands on it, and I'm going to use fake flowers and vines to kind of design it. But I'm going to build enough space in it that allows me to go out and pick fresh flowers and stuff and tie them to it to have to adorn it with fresh flowers and things too.
That's neat how for sections you can have like slip it in the twine.
And the flowering wand so far for me has been really nice because it also, Dragon, talks a lot about qualities that people say are very specific to like masculine traits, according to the book, that are really feminine in nature and soft. And I really like that, how she kind of puts them together. Very nice. It is a very good book.
And then I have been a part of Black Rose Witchcraft Group, an online group, coven, school. And one of the one of the well-known instructors, and one of my I'm doing a mentorship with him now, Storm Fairy Wolf. His book Betwixt and Between, it deals with the fairy tradition by the Andersons, or that has its roots with the Andersons. That kind of was a big people of that years ago, and it's really good. After Black Rose, there's a Blue Rose, which is the fairy. And I just love this group. I've been involved in 5 years. I haven't been too involved, but now I'm reconnecting and doing the apprenticeship with Storm, and it's been really nice. And I'm waiting on his signed copy of his revised book, The Witch's Name. So that'll be exciting. But I'm reading this because it goes along with a school for traditional witchcraft. And Black Rose is the foundation for Blue Rose.
Very nice.
And then non-magical, but I'm getting this book because it was recommended to me by a colleague who's actually an ombudsman, which is an advocate for facilities and elders in long-term care. It's called The Peter Principle: Why Things Always Go Wrong by Lawrence Peter. This was like this was like the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People type books of the 80s. I'd never heard of it, but it talks about how do we get it wrong higher up. Like we promote people that were good, in a department to leaders when they have no business being leaders, and it leads to failure. What they were good at is their job. Leaders, I think leaders definitely have certain qualities that aren't taught. I think they are taught some things, but that's what this book is. Mm-hmm. And I look forward to reading it to be a better leader as I run a building.
Hootless. Can I just say that we do the same thing? Like I was doing it yesterday. I went outside, took all my books out, and then I sat for an hour scrolling on Facebook and getting mad. So that sounds really good.
Oh, have you heard of this, Hootless?
Since you're showing a nonfiction, this is the other one I'm reading.
Nobody knows it.
Unfortunately, because I'm going to be taking the certification exam soon for healthcare risk management, because that's now a part of my job.
I think it's good to balance stuff. A lot of spiritual stuff, of course, but it's nice to read non-spiritual stuff and do that. But magical mishaps, and I won't just let me know when you're ready. I was going to kind of tie into what our topic we came up was for today. I think I learned it in the business school. Oh, sweet. Peter Principle is a common term. Nice. Well, I hadn't heard of this, so I found it very interesting. I look forward to reading it. I also recommend Starhawk's Empowerment.
So, Dragon, we have like 3 copies of the Empowerment Manual because we want to one day be part of a commune, probably. Not a real commune, but kind of like one.
Black Rose.
It is really good. I have been reading it for like 3 years, and I am almost down to like the last 50 pages. It is so full of activities and things for you to be a better leader from a group. It is really good. It is very good. I never would have thought that. It's much more of a reference.
Okay.
And it's very psychological based. So it's not just spiritual concepts. It's very psychologically based.
She's very highly regarded from the group I'm in now.
Oh, yeah. And Joy. That's one of Joy's people she talks about all the time. That's how we found out about the book. I bought 4 copies of the Empowerment Manual so that I could give them to people because of the problems we were having in cups before it fell apart.
Oh.
That's why we have it. So there was one right here. There's an Empowerment Manual. One of these shelves. You can use it to read if you want, because I have the other one in there I'm reading. But
I also want to read Satire's Kiss, but I don't know what that's about.
It's
Is it about the masculine?
It's fiction, but it's up top there. Betwixt and Between. There's my copy.
Oh, Satire's Kiss.
Fairy Witchcraft. Is that yours or mine?
Mine. I bought it and I forgot I bought it. I think. Did you buy it?
I might have. I think I might have bought it. I like to buy all their stuff because I like to support them.
They're very cool guys. He and Chaz Bogan and Devin Hunter and Matt Oren.
Yeah, they're a good group.
It's neat because they all write about different stuff. Like Matt Oren wrote the foreword for the revised Witch's Name that I'm getting signed.
Matt Oren has Mastering Magic and Psychic Witch.
And another one about tarot I want to get.
You need to get that one for me today. But those 2 are really good, and they have a very much it's got some Wiccan principles, mostly witchcraft, but then a lot of left-hand path like influence too, which is really nice. Those are good books.
Culting America last night, and I do highly recommend if you want to understand. Oh, the Culting of America. Thank you, Dragon.
Can I also just add, thank you guys for doing the book meeting without us. I was stuck driving Tuesday, and I just didn't think about it because I was in the car for like 4.5 hours between work locations in Florida, so I just didn't think about it. Rook and I are, if I can do it Tuesday, because depending on travel and all that, Tuesday, Rook and I are going to hop in there if anybody else wants to, because I still want to talk about our books.
And I should have jumped in too, but what day was it?
Last Tuesday. We could just completely missed it.
Should have got in.
Like we always do. So thank you for still having that.
I was home. Cleaning.
I was embarrassed and angry for missing that. Like very angry at myself from it. I got really upset because I'm like, we can't even do one thing, on schedule. So.
But we have done our incense. We've been working on our videos.
We have, but this is important.
It is important.
And it's even on a calendar. We have a special calendar just for this stuff, and I just didn't notice it. The Culting of America. What was the other one you said? Matt Oren's tarot book?
Oh, let me tell you. I can tell it right now. Matt Oren.
I'm writing them in our books, our alchemy, because I'm going to add these to the list, and we're making a large list. And then I want you guys, if you've read the book, to rate them, and then we're going to have our book page posted.
I believe it's the Psychic Art of Tarot. Hold on, it is.
Yes.
And this one right here.
I still, even in the car, I used to do them while I was driving. There's no reason.
Psychic Art of Tarot. Oh, Rachel True. She's from the movie The Craft. She has her own tarot deck. She's really cool. They have a podcast called The Circle is Podcast.
Yeah, Circle is Cast podcast.
Circle is, yeah. I want this book. Do you want it?
Yes.
I would get it for you. I wonder if it's better if I buy it from Datura versus Amazon, or does it matter for them?
Datura.
Go to Datura and buy it.
It matters.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm gonna
Absolutely, it matters.
Well, they used to have a metaphysical store and did classes in person there, and then for COVID it shut down, and they've gone to online Datura now. So.
Yeah, that is sad, but that's how almost everybody went.
Yeah, that would have been so cool. Can you imagine to go to their store?
Yeah, I think I said it earlier, my feed is full of nothing but it's all 100% conservative and anti-gay, anti-trans, anti-everything. And I'm like, what did I click on? So I've literally blocked like 100 pages this week. It's all that shows up on my phone anymore, which is honestly amazing because I stopped looking at my Facebook now. Right? So I've been going on to Facebook and just making a post for myself and how I feel, and then not watching anything because it's all, my whole entire feed is nothing but that. So it has to be because friends on my Facebook are looking at that.
Thank you, Hootless. We love doing it. We started during COVID because we couldn't go to our Cups group.
Yeah.
And then so we started this, and then we had a small group of people from there that, we were respectful. We brought them to our house, and we did the Keith.
Yep.
And then we had this to connect to other people during COVID, and we've kept it going. We canceled it once, and then quickly, in like 6 weeks, came back because we were like, oh wait, no, I really missed doing that. We shouldn't have canceled.
Well, we canceled it because, and I'm glad we did because we reframed it, but we canceled it because I felt like we were so structured and we were like trying to teach people something, and I'm like, I'm not a teacher in this. I mean, we're all teachers. I get that. But I didn't want to be seen as like a leader or a teacher in this. I want to be seen as a part of the community. We're just giving a space.
We like for me, I've always wanted to be like this interactive, not a presenter, like you're saying, kind of. Right? Mm-hmm.
That's where I was headed.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Fucker.
Go ahead. You don't want to be seen as a teacher.
But yes, I didn't want to be seen as like a teacher or a leader, or I just want to be seen as the community. We happen to have the ability to do the stuff, and we have the show going, and it's nice. But now that we have this different method of not being so strict on it, leaving it a bit open, and having a lot more conversation, it's been phenomenally better. I don't think we're ever going to stop it.
It was horrible. Like, even when we do our videos, it was so scripted. We bought a teleprompter, and it was so bad. Like, you could see me, and the dog is going up to the tree. It was horrible. So now we just make ideas and just free chat.
Yeah,
Much better.
we're not going to do tarot today, but I am going to show you guys this.
Can you pull one of those, maybe?
Yeah, I can pull one of those. So this is the Vagus Nerve deck. I highly recommend this if you have any PTSD behaviors, or PTSD, another overused one, or
Triggered.
yes,
That's a big one.
triggered.
I'm triggered.
If you have anything, anxiety or social issues, anything, really anybody, it doesn't matter. This is the Vagus Nerve deck. And this deck, I am telling you, is phenomenal. I love it. We're going to be using it. We have developed our own coaching program. It's not fully ready yet, but we're getting there. And we have a lot of, and this is going to be a big part of it, because I am a firm believer in the polyvagal theory. I've read the books. I know how to do the process. I'm not a therapist, so I can't officially do it, but I know how to work it. Nursing thankfully has given me that. Sorry, I'm typing it in the... Nope, I typed in the wrong... I typed it under Books Are Alchemy, so in the book channel. So, it has... So it has 3 different sections. There is... where are they? Vitality, Calm, and Connection. And if you are in a situation or going to be in a situation, these cards can help you do very small actions that can change how you do really anything. From a vagal perspective. And if you don't know, the vagal nerve is a nerve that runs through your entire body and is the most important nerve when it comes to the balance between parasympathetic and sympathetic nervous system management. And that is your true fight or flight. It is the thing that puts your body in readiness to fight or flight or freeze or flop or fawn, because it has gotten larger since I went to school. So all of these things that we happen to do when we're having those behaviors is regulated by the vagus nerve. And if you're the polyvagal theory is the theory that you can learn how to calm that nerve down and how to trigger that nerve in certain times and do it out. I'm going to tell you, in nursing, you learn that a great way to stimulate or destimulate your vagus nerve and like calm you down is to be constipated and take a really hard shit. So if you bear down, this is very common in the elderly. If you are constipated, and this is why we are so big about, in nursing and, elderly care, we're so big on not being constipated, because if a person gets constipated and they bear down too hard, it makes you pass out. You can pass out from it. You can, your blood pressure will just drop and you fall over. That is vagal. It's called vasovagal response. And that vasovagal response is the overstimulation or vice versa, reverse of the vagus nerve, and it causes you to pass out. So you can now understand, if you can calm your vagus nerve, destimulate it, then, and I don't know how to say it properly because I don't know for sure. Gemini, welcome in. But if you learn how to manage that nerve, you can excite when you need to, and you can de-excite when you need to. You can kind of manage that sympathetic and parasympathetic response. So this deck, polyvagal theory, helps you do that, and this deck is based off of polyvagal theory, how to reset your nervous system. So,
Gemini Ray.
If you are feeling out of energy and you need vitality, you can pick the vitality cards. They're the yellow cards. If you are getting ready to go into a situation that's causing extreme anxiety, you can use the calm section. Or if you're afraid that you're not going to be able to connect properly, you maybe have a meeting to do, then you can do the connection section. And I don't know which one it is. I think it's in the calm section. One thing that you can do to destimulate or to calm your vagus nerve is gargling. I didn't know this, and it works. So if you know you're getting ready to go into a meeting, or you have to meet with somebody and you're really super nervous, you can gargle for 30 seconds, and you do a deep gargle with vocalization, like in your bathroom, for 30 seconds before, and that gargling actually stimulates your vagus nerve. It'll lower your blood pressure, and these aren't just magical ways. This is true scientific proven systems and processes and connections. So the gargling does work on your vagal nerve, and it will help you reduce that, and you practice that and you get good at that. Another one is humming. We pulled this card the other day. If you are having a hard time and you're getting nervous and you don't know what to do, you can hum. Humming is supposed to be very helpful. It has a calming effect, but it engages the vagus nerve through vibrations in your vocal cord and throat, because the vagal nerve goes through your throat. It is very simple, and you can incorporate it anywhere, and you can do it anywhere you want. You can go into the bathroom. I used to go into the bathroom all the time when I had anxiety and I needed to do mindfulness exercises and meditation. I'd go in the bathroom and do a 5-minute mindfulness practice, and you can do that with humming. Yep, we do too.
Oh yeah.
Jim and Irene, absolutely 100%. I think I am a nurse, and I only work with memory care dementia residents. I'm a certified dementia practitioner trainer for the certification program through the CDP. So I'm an actual trainer for them. And we do humming a lot. It's a big part of our programming. And it just calms the nerves down. And people think, no, it's the sound. It's not. It's the actual stimulation of the vagus nerve.
Humming and drumming, apparently.
Drumming is another good one. Now, drumming also stimulates the vagus nerve through the vibration in the ears. But it does other things too. Probably doing your ohms.
Oh, I don't like those.
I love them if you do them right. If you do it,
I don't know how to do it.
You do it in your natural register, and you have to ignore other people. But, like you do it in your natural plain voice, it's very calming. When you're humming, you get to the point where your lips are just enough closed where they tickle, and that is very good when it comes to humming as far as stimulating the vagus nerve. But anyway, that's the vagus nerve deck. It's in the books, our alchemy section.
I'm honored for your kisses.
That is awesome. You've probably been in some of my communities then, because we have hospice communities in our locations all over the United States.
Your friend Dragon's in there? Hi, Dragon. It's Tina.
So, yeah. Sorry, I get really excited about polyvagal theory and vagus nerve stuff because, we wanted to put together this coaching program, not because we're able to coach you to be better, but because we can partner with you and share knowledge that's very helpful on a one-on-one basis. And we've been told by some people that we know that it's very helpful, and we want to formalize it. So that's going to be a service that we're going to offer. I'll be honest, we'll probably never make money off of it because we'll charge for it. But if somebody doesn't have it, I'd do it for free anyway. It's just how I do.
I love to hear people that are in the field that work with people like hospice nurses.
Yeah. My company used to own a huge hospice company, Heartland Home Health and Hospice. Our company went bankrupt, sold them, and then they are now Gentiva bought them. So
how do you say that word? Gaito monks?
All right, let's read this. I can't. Gyuto.
I want to check that out. My big thing is music because I can't sit and meditate, so I'm trying to do walking guided meditations, and that could probably help me. Oh, Gentiva.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's not what it is.
No, Gentiva is what I was just talking about. Gentiva bought my companies. We were the largest Heartland Home Health and Hospice. We sold them. I was a clinical director for the over company HCR Manor Care that owned them, and we went bankrupt. Now I'm still with what was that company. We have a whole new name. We've been a whole new startup that we did, and we run all of the memory care branded buildings.
Gyuto monks.
So. I hesitate to go into detail about that, but we are the 5th or 6th or 7th largest memory care company in the United States. But there's some assholes that come into here sometimes, so I get a little nervous about the names. But I am very proud of where I work. Just to give you a little key into that, I am proud of where I work, and I will never ever leave this company at this point because of one situation where the COO called me to offer his personal credit card to pay for a staff member's family's chemo because we messed up their insurance. And that was the moment I'm like, I'm not going anywhere. I'm done. I'm staying here until they kick me out. But I've never heard of anybody doing that. Even our pharmacy, who doesn't service anybody outside of our communities, was willing to help us get this medication for him. It makes me almost want to cry.
I want to learn to do the tuning forks. Unexplained. We bought several and I've never used them.
Yep.
Like a lot of things.
We have 2 sets of tuning forks ready to go, and we have a certification for sound healing that we're trying to do. We're trying to do too much, so I've refocused back on some things.
Black Rose.
I've refocused back on getting my certification for work first, and then my Thomas Francis, and then I'm going to go back into some of those other things, but. All those things work for me too. And binaural beats. Binaural beats is just freaking amazing to really do vagal nerve stimulation and regulation is probably the better word. And I swear by binaural beats. If you use them properly and get into them and let your body visualize, I astral travel every time. Have to use headphones though, and they have to be noise canceling, or it doesn't work as well.
Miss Dragon wants to know, what is your concern for today, Tina? Can you share with me?
Yeah, we got to look up that Gyuto Monks album too. It reminds me, since we were talking about that before we hear Tina's concerns, in the Sunday Circle, I'm going to write that in for a note so we don't forget it. Gyuto Monks. And separately, Robbie Robertson and the Red Road Ensemble. This is a DVD that my dad had that I stole from him, and it is Native American chant music. Oh, so good, so good. It is phenomenal. So on YouTube you can actually find it.
Most amazing binaural track. Instantly. Oh, I have to get with you on that if you can share it, Dragon.
I'm very big on using binaural beats with the different theta, delta, gamma, different frequencies for your brain waves, and it works. There's no question. If I have trouble with hypnosis, this puts me right into it. So I don't want to move too far. I love the conversation. I'm very glad that they did what they did, Gemini. It's a great company before, but it's an even a better company now that owns those. If you still remember what those memory cares were called, they're still ours. It's just we did a new startup, new company, and it's an even smaller group of people, but they were all handpicked by the people who care. It was so amazing.
Wow. That's awesome. Be hootless.
Tina.
Tina's concern is, she said that on Friday night, I only pet her for 33 minutes before I fell asleep, and she expected at least 45. She will literally sit there on your chest and stare you down.
And paw you.
Until you have no choice but to pet her. So that is her concern, that she was only pet for 33 minutes. And she was expecting 45. She said it's unacceptable and it has to be rectified.
Those should be Facebook shorts on the Two Pondering Pagans.
Yeah, we should, Tina. We could do it. Oh, yeah, thank you.
So let's get to magical mishaps, because we have to close out here in about 25 minutes. It's accurate, too.
She called me out.
And if he doesn't pet her, she runs to me until I do it. And then she'll back and forth until she gets all her 45 minutes.
That's so fun. She is something else. I love her.
Piper over there.
She would let
Piper's
you
right
pet
here.
her all day long if you would.
These dogs have absolutely, the two Samoyeds have absolutely destroyed our entire house.
Yes.
Destroyed much of our house. We could not sell our house right now without putting another 50 grand into fixing it up.
Yes, Dragon.
But when I look at them both, I'm like, they absolutely are worth every penny. These dogs are so freaking amazing, aren't they?
Yes.
And now they have trazodone and CBD.
Trazodone works well. One of mine has to do with fire. What were you doing, if you may tell, when you set yourself on fire? Please.
Let's do that first, because his is fire too, and then he tried to hide it. I'd like to talk about the hiding part first, too, when we get to it. But if you guys have a magical mishap, share it. We're going to ask questions about them.
Good morning, Kelvin Hale.
Good morning, Kelvin.
You are never late.
If you guys wonder why I get so hyper and excited about polyvagal, it's not just polyvagal. It's the mitra. I will be honest, kratom can be addictive, so be careful. But it is also a much better addiction than alcohol.
Oh my god.
And anything else, because it sets all of my things at ease. It's so good.
It's just like you get a kratom buzz, and it never got the kratom I like, because you never get like what's the word?
You can crash. There's no crash. There's no dehydration or hangover either.
It's not like there's no tolerance to it. Like to me, like you can get a but like I've had this morning and I have a kratom buzz. Like I mean, so it's not
I definitely have a kratom buzz,
but I love it. I was laughing because earlier it was going da, 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 da. I was giggling, thinking, "Oh my god, he's high on kratom." And I was covering with a book, so he wouldn't.
So let's start with fire then. That's the element we're going to talk about. Has anybody had fire mishaps? My fire mishaps have been like singeing hair. I always singe hair on my knuckles and my arms, and it smells so bad.
That's scary, Dragon.
But Dragon, yes.
Caught on fire. I tie them back now.
We talk about sleeves a lot. Especially like Joy. I get so nervous around her can. She never does. But man, she should have caught fire a few times.
Oh, scrying powder. Set up my dress in flames. Oh my god. This is like dangerous, but it's
now, can I ask,
funny how many of us have the fire one.
Can I ask what's scrying powder? I've never heard of scrying powder.
That's cool. That sounds
we have scrying mirrors. We've made scrying mirror. Oh, I have my little mobile scrying mirror. It's a little pocket watch that opens to a black onyx scrying mirror. But I've never seen or heard of scrying powder. I've heard of hot foot powder. And I really want to. There's somebody that I'd like to use that on. We should do some group magic against the orange Cheeto. We can do Cheetos as sympathetic magic. We're buying a bag of Cheetos today.
We should.
You're gonna do a doll and stick pins through it.
We should. I'm all for that. So I was doing Mind Evolve Fire. I was doing candle magic for a friend's mom who was going through some health concerns, and so I will never, like, when I'm using fire, I will never close my eyes during a spell working. I was building energy. I did not notice that apparently an herb from my candle that I dressed it with fell on the altar covering, and it was on fire. And then I started to smell it, and I opened my eyes. I was like, oh crap. So I put it out, and of course I put a big hole in the altar covering, and it made a big black mark on the table. So I got another thing and tried to cover it up. I don't know how he ever saw it. I covered the thing up with it. I think a candle or something, didn't I?
If you don't know, I'm very what's the word? Observant. Yes, flaming hot Cheetos. We are getting flaming, and I like them too, but I can't have them because I'm diabetic. But we're getting flaming hot Cheetos, and we're going to make a Burning Man of Cheetos in his image, and we are going to sigil connect it, and we are going to kill it and burn it. The Cheeto, not the real guy, because we're not going to do that. That's not us. Yes, we're not that dumb. Just putting that out there in case somebody tries to say something. Oh, they threatened. No, we didn't. We're not going to hurt anybody.
I just don't understand.
We're sympathetic magicianing. Can you make scrying powder or buy it? Like what?
It's a combustible white powder for candle magic. Ooh,
I've never heard it. I feel like I want to dress a candle in it and make it go up. I have like the chrono powders, the colored powders.
Insulting Papa
Is that the same thing?
Ooh.
Wait, what? Did we insult somebody?
Papa Legba and got their finger burned.
Oh yeah, don't do that. I don't know much about Papa Legba, but I have learned a little bit in one of the books that I was reading. That was a folk magic book. That kind of stopped on it. Okay, all right. And we need to find a shop around here that sells it because I'm tired of getting stuff on Amazon. Seriously, it's so hard to find stuff. I wonder if like a bodega would have it.
I want to.
Do you think?
Probably. I want to reach out to Unexplained later today or tomorrow with a question. I meant to do it last night, but it was late, and I know you're earlier than us, but I didn't want to take the chance if anybody has notifications and get a ding and disturb people. So I will do it in normal hours. Yes. Unexplained. A bodega probably would have scrying powder. We should look it up.
Yep, I want to look it up. We will look. Thank you for sharing that. I like that's something I haven't used or heard of before.
Oh, you can purchase it at Hoodoo shops. Okay, sweet.
The one thing I really, really love.
Do you dress the candle with it, or do you like sprinkle it in the flame?
The one thing I love about like Hoodoo, and we haven't asked that yet. Hoodoo magic or folk magic shops, especially, and anyone that has that in the bodegas is. You go in there and they are so kind, and they'll warn you. Oh no, honey, you don't want that. They will tell you, but they're just. You just never are nervous to go in there. And I used to think that there were scary places to go.
And it's so neat. They usually like some metaphysical stores or witch shops have like they'll usually have a little altar in the back that sometimes they'll show you for something worth there for different people. I need to reconnect to her, and I've also been getting. Is Aradia the character that was turned into a spider?
That's Ariadne or Arachne, isn't it?
Arachne. I've been having thoughts of that, and for some reason,
my image when you say that immediately comes to the lady in the white robe with the staff, Ariadne, which is not the same as Ariane Rod. There's a lot of different ones we probably need to look at. We have an encyclopedia back there.
Because something with the story, and forgive me, I don't know what happened, but she challenged, or someone challenged her, and there was something that was not real good that came out of it. So I think she was turned into a spider because she thought that she could weave better than one of the goddesses or somebody. Anybody know that story? I want to read that.
Yep. And I do want to make a statement here, and this is going to be a not popular statement. I definitely do not support the current regime, but I also am not going to be nasty to those who do. Yeah. And I just want to put that out there because there's a reason people make those decisions in half the country that I'd like to know more and understand it better.
I'll never be ugly
I just
to people.
Want to put that out there. So if we do have anybody in that is supportive of it, I understand. So I don't want to be an asshole, but I really can't stand him.
I don't understand it, but I would not be rude or disrespectful.
He just represents the bully of my entire life that just has always been the person that tears people down. And that alone is enough, let alone everything else that's happening. Well, so people are still welcome in here if they have that belief system. I don't want to pound on that, but that is what I believe, what I feel.
Disappointed as I was that he won, I was willing to try to listen to his inauguration and try to be open to it because one, I had no choice, and what am I going to do? I refused to go with just anxiety like I did the 16 to 20, but and that inauguration, one of the first thing he said literally was, "There are two genders," and I thought, this ignorant fuck die in a fire, and I'll never listen to him. I will never be rude to anybody that likes that, but that is pure ignorance, and everything that man says is to spark hate and discontent.
That's what of everything. That's
yes, unexplained. Thank you. I've been drawn and having thoughts of that in my mind, and I need to read up on it and see what does that mean. I think I need to meditate on it.
We have a video about that because we did the spirit animal on spiders, and I think that story's in it.
I don't know why I've been thinking about it this last week, and I forget that I thought about it until right now. It came. So I got a picture of like a half spider person weaving.
Do you know how many spiders have been showing up on my feeds? And just in life in general, we're cycling back around to spider. I don't like them. They scare the shit out of me, but I'm in a much better place than I used to be, where I don't try to kill them. I try to get rid of them or move them outside if I can. And even if they're inside, I just leave them. If they're in a corner and they're not bothering me, I leave them.
Spirit animal and spider yet?
I literally just said we did a spirit animal and spider, and there's a video for you to watch. And I think it has that story in it.
Okay.
Y'all, that could be gaslighting. But when we go back and watch the video, he will see that I actually did say that.
But I wasn't.
Gaslighting would be not saying that and then making him feel crazy, acting like I did when I didn't. So just for the record, y'all heard it.
Well, I wasn't in tune when you said it. I was thinking about.
I'm just picking on you. I missed a lot of stuff too.
Well,
Owl, definitely. Peacock is another one that has been coming up a lot lately. Your book and the Betwixt and Between showed it, and it drew me in again. And then I've been really interested in female peacocks. Like that's been in my feed. I did a Google search the other day. It's like, I want to know more about how female peacocks behave.
It's something associated with fairy, but I don't know why. I guess I'll learn it.
Yes. So the other thing I wanted to bring up before we move on, nice fire stories. Anybody have any mishaps with other things?
Thank you, Dragon. I think you're right.
I really like these candles, and I'm going to call them Jewish candles because that's what the box says. They're Jewish candles, and they're these little. Oh, sorry, Tina, didn't mean to scare you. Round floating wicks. I don't know if you guys have ever seen them, but you can use different oils, like olive oil, and what you do is it's a piece of cork, and it's got a little. Where are the? Oh, here's the wick. A little fat wood wick. You see it?
Cut yourself a lot. I'm not laughing that you cut yourself. I would never laugh at pain.
What was it? It's the cat pawing in the glass.
Yeah.
Oh, this scared me.
Not like a demon.
I'm going to go back to Tarot Cash real quick. So it's this little metal disc with cork behind it. And this is a little bundle of sticks. Yes, that would be the F word. It is a bundle of wicks. And you pull the little fat wood wick out. And you put it in the little hole in the middle here. And then you float it on an oil. Like olive oil or a combustible oil. Olive oil does work. I've used it. And you can make yourself a jar candle. And we did a money, remember we did a money spell? It's still over there. Mm-hmm. And we filled it with olive oil. We put dollar bills. Actually, I'm going to go get it because I'm excited now. The whole reason is when we did this, I dripped the oil down and the oil caught fire. Now, y'all don't judge me because it is dirty as fuck. Mm-hmm. Let me see if I can wipe off a little bit of these. Look how bad that is. That looks like a witch's.
Oh, yeah, that's so cool.
So I'll show you guys this really cool thing that we did. Oh, I never hit the button over. Sorry. See? So we did this. This is olive oil. And you can see the little float. Well, it's hard to see. There's a little floating wick right there. It's been in there for so long it's fallen over. But we put money in it, dollar bills. There's certain herbs and things that we put in there. Those are curled up. And they've been in there for, this is probably what, 5 years old? Maybe even more. 8. It has to be. We did it at the house.
Yeah,
the apartment.
It's got to be like 8 years old.
But you buy these little
we should relight it.
This little bottle. It's very easy. Yeah, let's relight it. And you get the little disc, and you take the little whatchamacallit, and you can just make yourself a nice little candle. And this was our money candle when we were buying our house, I think.
Mm-hmm. It was.
So, very cool, interesting stuff.
Can you see the money?
Yeah. I want to switch it back because we're running out of time.
I was trying to show the money.
I did. I held it up pretty well, I think.
All right, so we got to get ready.
Yeah, so that's very helpful.
Fucking bitches.
I did not know you can make a candle out of butter, though. That's cool. That would be really good for some sympathetic magic, wouldn't it? No, if you want to share more, Jim and I, about that one, that would be really cool. I've only done really one major binding spell. I've done a lot of bounce backs, like Return to Senders. That's more my style. Mm-hmm. That has worked very well. Because it kind of, to me, it kind of balances the law automatically. Because I'm like, I want to send you love. I'm sending love to the person that's bothering me. But whatever you send to me that's hateful is going back to you. So it kind of just, to me, it kind of sets it in a stage that automatically puts it together.
That's a good example, unexplained. And they were drawing the cards for themselves. Yeah, I wonder if because you have attention to draw until you get something that you like versus seeing what's there.
Well, all 3 of those cards are very clear. Yeah.
And I would think that those 3 things are to do with the Lover's card, meaning, okay, you got to reinforcing that it should end it, right?
Yeah.
That's what I would take from that.
For me, with the cards, the Lovers is coming up to tell you that these 3 cards are about the Lovers. But yeah, I've seen that.
Like literally.
You know, I see that too a lot, Dragon, where people, like, you give them a read and they'll say this, you know, it really resonated, I like it, but then they don't do anything. And I think they forget that if you don't do anything, then the cards is the result you get. To me, it's the cards saying, hey, here's what's on the table. If you want a different outcome, you have to change one of these things. You know? So, but I've never had a binding spell come back. I did a tongue binding that worked. You had a money spell that went haywire, but it still worked, but it went nuts first.
Because I tried to involve the Fae.
You remember that candle was on, literally the candle was on fire.
Oh God, like
it was a full taper candle that just the whole thing lit up and went down in like 5 minutes.
Yeah, and it was, I tried to involve the Fae.
It was scary.
It manifested the money, but it paused everything for like 6-7 weeks, and I had no income for 6 or 7 weeks. It put us in a
really scary spot.
And when it was resolved, I did get the money, and there was about a new job, and they even paid me for the time that I was out. However, it was like being on a battlefield. So not only did it stop, I became under my license was like on hold for 7 weeks. So I wasn't getting money. And then when I did, I got the money, but it was like you sold your soul. So don't ever involve. That was my other one that had to do with fire. You know, looking for money. I've learned
Maybe you shouldn't always use fire.
You shouldn't always use fire. Maybe you should always make sure
you should balance your
that if you're in a work situation and you're getting an offer that's a lot more money, consider why that is, and make sure you have one or two other things to anchor you other than the money.
Because
I was in that hell for 2.5 years.
That is what I was getting ready to kind of say, unexplained in a different way. The biggest mishap is doing nothing after doing the magical work. It is literally not even halfway. Put in the footwork to claim and obtain.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
That's true.
That was one of my biggest lessons. I used to get mad at magic because this shit doesn't work. It doesn't work. Like I wanted these things to happen, and it's because I didn't do anything after it. I just thought it was going to fall in my lap.
Oh, Gemini, they put me in my place quick, like fast.
Yep.
Like
I love the Fae, but I see the Fae really as somebody to make my life more interesting. So I don't ever ask them for anything.
That's why I like that. It seems so far that
acknowledge.
This fairy tradition isn't necessarily like about just doing work with them. It's more like the traditions of the group, which I'm gonna learn. But yeah.
Ooh. It is so important.
Yeah.
It is so important to to do mundane magic or do magic in the mundane and vice versa, and have that action. One of the things I really like about Adius and the Apocrypha, he didn't talk about it as much lately, but when he used to be really focused in the witchcraft part of things, that was the huge thing for him, and I really leaned into that. You have to do the work. You're trying to get a job and you want money. Magic's going to help you get you in the right mindset, but you got to go find a job.
You got to apply.
You got to go apply. You can't just get it.
And you got to take a class. If you have to take a class, go online, take a cheap or free class, and do whatever it takes to get that certification to help you get the job you want.
Yes. And I don't work with Fae a lot, but I recognize the Fae are constantly around me, and I invite them to be around me because I want them to know that they're respected, and that if they do something and it makes me have fun, I'm going to have fun with it. But I wouldn't say Fae are like demons. Fae include more than just fairy. Fae are the other folk, the other kin. Gnomes, trolls, energies, sprites. There's all kinds of things that they represent or that they're made of in my feelings. So I liken them probably more to gremlins. Please don't come for me, Fae.
I do think they're around, like when things go wrong that shouldn't, like technologically and things that aren't explainable. I do think that is the energy of the Fae that are messing with that sometimes.
Yep. I love the movie Gremlins, and I love, that's really one of my favorite movies. I haven't watched it in forever. We have to watch it again, especially when the one gremlin goes like this around the fan. Yes, and putting on the lipstick.
That's so cool.
But gremlins, insofar as they're mischievous, they are their own thing. Yeah, they have their own ethics and wants, and their ethics and wants, from what I understand, are not to cause us harm. It's really to remind, well, let me rephrase, they don't really care about us, in my opinion. But since we share the same spaces, they're like, we're going to have a little fun. The world is bigger than you can ever imagine. So that's kind of how I see Fae.
You can't skip your offerings. Yep, that is so true. Like I will say this, I did do daily offerings, like out by our tree, our big oak tree. We had a Fae garden. I would take that out, but I really didn't have any. I didn't take time to consider those offerings and ask them, was it what they really wanted? You know, I totally mishandled that.
And offerings for any deity, like one of the things that I find very interesting is I use the Green Man archetype as kind of like a deity, because when I call to one, I call to all, and that's kind of how I feel, that animistic kind of thing that I subscribe to. And I did an offering back here to Carnunos specifically, because I've done rites specifically for Carnunos. And now Dionysus was long ago. He's coming back too. So now it's both of them. I did an offering and it's still back there. I love to offer our mead, but this offering was of bread. And it is my favorite bread, which is marble rye. And it is still there from like 5 years ago. It has not moved. It has not molded. It has not. It's been perfectly still. It's not even hard. It is very strange, and it's in an olive wood bowl. And I do other offerings too, but that one I just haven't been able to bring myself to remove because of where it is. But it's time probably to do some more offerings, and you need to get Santa Muerta up and running because she's gonna get mad at you soon.
I know. She wants some weed,
So,
which I do have some to offer her.
I almost want to cancel going to the range because I'm having so much fun, but we are meeting some other people, so we have to go. I know we're not doing any tarot today, and I know every week we say we're going to do a tarot stream, but we're going to do a tarot stream for sure. We have to.
We're working on spending more time with this.
Yeah.
To put more energy into our stuff, our videos, and our workings, like doing the work. Like we're making incense. We're going to make the Thyrsus, making some magical tools.
Yes.
And, accoutrements.
One thing you haven't heard me say, and this is coming from a lot of you guys, I think Dragon, when you lived down here, you had mentioned this to me one time, and Joy all the time yells at me for it. You haven't heard me say I'm not creative anymore because we are doing some creative things and having fun with it. I'm very excited. Yes, and the Green Woman. I don't talk about it enough, but I have the Green Man. My whole chest is a Green Man attribute tattoo. And then on the back, I have Ellen of the Ways, who really is my personal representation of the Green Woman. And it's her as a deer-headed woman playing a lyre on a wood stump. And I kind of see her as, the consort to the Green Man, which I find interesting because I see both of them as non-gendered, going both ways. Sounds weird. But yeah, those are my two main consorts.
Polarity.
No, gender.
Oh.
But not in the gender we seek. So, yeah. God, I am hyper. There's a foot. There's toe beans. This has been an awesome show, as always, I must say. And it's because of you guys, not because of us. It's been so much fun. I appreciate all the kind words you guys have shared today, too, and I'm glad you enjoy it. Please, spread it. Feel free to share.
I love the conversation. This is what we intended years ago.
And our goal has never been to be a big channel. But we are enjoying the conversation, and we would love to have other people kind of come in and spend some time with us, and get things going. So please feel free to share. Please feel free in the Discord to go in and write anything you want. If you think we need a new channel or we missed something, like we have the what do you call it? The Pantheon Chambers. I've been putting a lot of stuff in there. We have like Celtic and Druid, Eclectic, Hellenic, Left Hand Path, Norse, Greek. And if you don't find your thing in there and you think we need a new channel, just tell us. We'll add it. Because the whole purpose is for us to exchange ideas. We are keeping our Mending Guild. That's the fourth Tuesday of every month. And the book is every second Tuesday of every month. We are going to do an actual one next week because we kept screwing up and missing it, as long as I'm not stuck at work. But we really do want to get some activity going on in our Discord because that's the way to interact when we're not together. Hootless, I don't know. That's a really good good point. I don't think we've ever really talked about it. I hope.
Your practice is your practice.
I call myself eclectic because I pull from Left Hand Path and paganism and Wicca a lot, from Wicca and from all these other nature things. So I just consider myself eclectic because I'm a hodgepodge. But there's lots of stuff in there. Maybe you don't need to pick yourself. I call it the Pondering Wanderer, and that's the name of our actual group that we do. And the book that we're writing is the Pondering Wanderer. And it is a Eclectic Prism Society musing. Eclectic Prism Society is our actual path name that we're putting together. Prism because it has the ability to transmute all things into one and one into all. And that's how I view my practice. And I think Rook would agree to that. A lot of Druid stuff, like we've gone through all the different ones and nothing says it all in one. So eclectic.
There's just things from everywhere. I don't see how you could not. I can't imagine not pulling something. There's so much to like about every different path.
Very much.
While giving respect
Satanism,
and saying that we're not necessarily that, but we love to borrow and take things from that respectfully.
Yep. All right, so we got to go. Amazing. We really appreciate you guys more than anything to kind of come in. Dragon, we're going to reach out to you to dive into the cult topic and to the practices topic. If you guys ever want to do a video with us or just audio, we're going to do that too. We're more than happy. I know Rook's going to reach out to a few of you specifically because he's going to be setting that. He's going to be kind of the manager of that stuff. Setting that up
to Unexplained from that first
Unexplained
one.
and Dragon and anybody else who wants to, please feel free to let us know you're interested and we'll reach out. We don't want to pull you if you're not comfortable doing that kind of stuff, but we can do audio, video, whatever. We're going to do a lot of videos, so please have a great rest of your day, a great week, and we will see you all soon.
Yeah, Dragon went with us, and
yes,
Hail Santa went with us to the range we're going to. That was fun.
You guys have an amazing day.
Thank you for spending time with us.
Bye.
Take care. Have a good week.